From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
On first down, Downs to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Dobbs to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 54 yards on the ground.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Here we go. Check three. Spot. No.
Now Joe Mixon. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although he gets nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. And he's got the rookie from Oklahoma, Marquise Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
56. Watch the run. 56. Mike, 56 right there.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Nick Vigil. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now here's Ross. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Ravens nothing.
Go. Staying open. Hustle.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Good one, Ford. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43.
1st down, Ravens.
For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year. He threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Come on. Mike 56.
Throwing again. Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Vigil make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jackson on 3rd and long. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing is Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take out extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard
The
line.
Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. This is Mixon on the draw. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Dobbs. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw Dobbs. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is caught inside the 5. That goes for a gain of 31. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Dobbs is throwing, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. And he is in! Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 21-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Ravens.
Check, 59. Here we go. Watch the safety cream.
Jackson on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He got 29 yards that time. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, yeah, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there and you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
Just like that. Just like that.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a first down carry. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit